Hi there, Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces with an update on the Amantii Panorama series. I have here the BI 88 Deep, so the BI for built-in is part of the Amantii Panorama series. It comes in deep, slim, and extra slim. So the deep is 12 inches deep, the slim would be about 7.5, and the extra slim would be 4 inches. They are all built in, which is where the BI in the name comes from. Built in means that we're going to frame the opening, we're going to put the fireplace into that opening, and then we're going to bring wall materials over part of the fireplace. We've left one end of ours exposed here in our installation in the showroom, just so we can show people exactly what built in means. So this is a fireplace that goes in before the wall is clad in whatever materials you're going to use. It can't go in at the end of the process. However, because it's built in, they've also designed it so that the trim that comes with the fireplace can be removed. So this BI series does come with a 2-inch border around it, but I can remove that border and have my wall materials come right down to the viewing window. So if you like a really clean, frameless installation, the Panorama series will allow you to do that. My unit, as I said, is a deep unit, so it's overall about 12 inches deep, which gives me a nice deep media tray inside. The media that comes with this fireplace is the oak log set that you see here and these clear crystals, which are really sparkling. And part of the reason that they sparkle so much is there's an extra set of lights and an extra rod underneath the media tray that is creating that extra sparkle from below. So really neat effect, something we really noticed when we switched over from our old original BI series to this newest one. So something to watch out for. Flame colors on Amantii are yellow, orange, and red. So I can change the intensity by adding red or yellow here. That's the orange. That's the yellow, and then if I want the most intense, I'm going to have red. Those intense flames are designed to stand up to natural light. This is an indoor-outdoor fireplace, so it's been tested and rated for installations indoors and outdoors. Outdoors, it needs to have an overhang, and there are some specific requirements for that in the owner's manual, but it has been tested to withstand outdoor use. That means that it can stand up to the differences in temperature that we have, the moisture and humidity and maybe a bit of dust. The way it's designed is those vents for heat and so forth are tucked up at the top behind the slanted glass, and so it's not easy for dust and water to just get right into the unit, and it's been tested for safety for that, but you do have to install it according to the manufacturer's instructions. So you can see the media kit here, and there is a light that's hitting that media tray, so I've just turned it off. I can turn it back on, and then I can adjust the colors of that light so that I get different effects on the media tray. This is the media that comes in the box with the fireplace, but of course I can change that out and put in other media. I don't have to have the logs in there. There's more than enough crystals that come with the fireplace that if I don't want logs, I don't have to use them. If I want to change the crystals to stones, I could buy stones and put those inside. So that's all changeable, but this is how it will come with the fireplace. I can change flame speed here, so I can slow them right down or speed them up to suit my preference. And I've got heat, of course. The remote looks like this, so it has a display on the top so I can see the settings. There's also a nice app that comes with Amantii Fireplaces, and it can do all of these things. There's also a sleep timer on this unit on the remote, so I could set this to automatically turn off from a half hour to 8 hours time in the future, and it will just turn the whole thing off. And if I have the app, I can actually set it to turn on at a set time. I can't do that on the remote, but the app would allow me to do that, and that's kind of a handy feature, especially here in the showroom where we have 50 fireplaces to turn on every morning. We can set the app to turn on the Amantii units at 9 o'clock, and we don't have to turn those ones on ourselves. So it's got some neat features. This comes in sizes from 40 to 88. As I mentioned, there's also a slim at 7.5 inches deep and an extra slim at 4 inches deep. So the size range is similar along the whole line. It's again the Amantii Panorama series, or BI, and then you would have your number for your size, and then deep, slim, or extra slim. Other fireplaces that I would compare this to that have this built-in effect would be the Modern Flames LPS, Landscape Pro Slim. Now that's a 6-inch unit that could be built in with this almost frameless effect. On that one, there is a little bit of a flange around the viewing area that can't be removed. Any multi-sided fireplace could be installed in this way, where it's designed with glass on 3 sides, but those can always be installed as a single-sided unit with the glass ends blocked. And that would also give you this frameless installation. So if you were going to go that route, you would end up sometimes with a deeper fireplace, because some of the multi-sided units are deeper than 12 inches, but some are less than 12 as well. So in that way, you could use any of the Amantii True View series, the Modern Flames LPM, Landscape Pro Multi, the Orion Multi from Modern Flames, the Dimplex Ignite XL Bold, which is their new 3-sided, could be installed as a frameless 1-sided. And Napoleon has the Trivista Primus series that could be installed as a single-sided frameless. So there are lots of ways to get this frameless installation, not necessarily with the Panorama, but the Panorama is really the only single-sided, purpose-built, single-sided fireplace that can be installed without that border around it. You can find all of these at stylishfireplaces.ca. Search by brand and look for Amantii Panorama, or search by style and look for linear in-wall fireplaces.